Oh, what's up, YouTube? We're what's up, Al?
Hello.
We're back on the van. Yeah, there's the van. We've got a table full of parts over here. We're installing a Holley Sniper 2 setup on it. Get rid of that piece of shit carb that's in there. Get some reliability, maybe a little more power, who knows. Supposedly this motor only has, it's a 6.6, 175 horsepower. So we're not expecting to get a bunch of power from the EFI, but maybe it'll open it up a little bit. At any rate, let's get started on it. Hey, what's up? All right, it's the next day. We didn't make a ton of we made progress, but it didn't feel like a ton of progress because everything was a little bit of a fight. But here's where we are. Distributors in, valve covers now have proper gaskets instead of silicone. One of them was leaking pretty bad. We have the throttle body in place. Now we just have to sort out what vacuum lines we actually need, all of that sort of stuff. We gotta do the fuel line, the fuel pump and filters, and then start finding places to mount the stuff that needs to be mounted, pressure regulator, power management block, all of that sort of stuff. And then once we get all of that done, then we can wire it and then see if we can fire it. So yeah, let's get to it. what's up? I got a few minutes today to work on the van, getting that sniper put back in. We've had to take a few days off from it to do other stuff, but I have a few minutes right now to work on something. So our issue is with this setup, we don't have a great place to put the coil. We were hoping to put it down over here, but there's just too much going on over there. We can't really put it up here because the foot of the cover just wouldn't allow it. So it's really limited. So the best I can come up with for now is making a template here on the coil. Is mounting it to the dipstick tube, the transmission dipstick tube. So I'll make up a bracket, weld it in place, tap it so that this screws right into it, and it's kind of sitting on that loom a little bit, so it won't just literally be hanging off of the dipstick tube. So we'll give this a go and see how it works out. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know this yet, if you've watched enough of the videos to know, I'm pretty dumb. So I guess I'm trying to light all the transmission fluid on fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that tube out, finish welding all of that, and then I'll put it back so I don't light anything on fire. Alright, so we're pretty much done wiring. There's the ghetto coil stand. Little vibration never killed nobody. We have everything wired except for the fuel pump and the main positive and negative that feed this whole system, because I'm not going to do those till last. So I think that's it for today. Next, so we've got those 4 wires to deal with. We still have to install the coolant temp sensor, the O2 bung and the O2 sensor, and the fuel pump and fuel line, and then we'll be ready to fire this thing. So yep, next time we're working on it. All right, it's another day. We got Al over there somewhere. We're gonna get the van up in the air, do the blah 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 fuel line, O2 sensor, temperature sending unit. Yeah, and then we'll be all done. So yeah, buddy. All right, yesterday was kind of weird. We were working on the van. A goose flew into the power lines about a football field away, friggin' nuked itself, and took
Goose for lunch.
Yeah, partially cooked goose was not bad. So it took a leg of power out for the whole building. So we couldn't use our lift, our welders, any of that stuff. So we're back in this morning. We're almost done with this. We'll kind of go over it a little bit from down below, and then we'll go over it from up top. I always got to remember to come from that way because the sun, the light, you can see better, whatever. Or I could get a light, that works too. All right, so down here, we ran a whole new fuel line, discarded this one. This is our return line. It was already there, so we just utilized that. So we ran our fuel line. Look at them pretty Black Widows. Jump around under here. Pre-filter, fuel pump, main filter, power wires. All tucked up all nice and clean. Then we get up here, discarded the mechanical fuel pump. There's our vent line, not our vent, our return. The vent is still hooked up. So there's our return, there's our main fuel line. And then, yeah, we think we're about done. So we'll get another video of how everything looks up top. We got 2 more wires to hook up, and then we see if it works. All right, so here's what we got up front. There is the panel we made to hold everything. Bluetooth sensors mounted right here, double-sided tape and screwed in, so that shouldn't go anywhere. We had to move rearrange that just slightly, but everything fits pretty nice. The last thing left to wire is the main power to the power supply module. And then let's take a look inside. All right, there's inside. It's there's a lot, but it's pretty damn clean, all said and done. New distributor, throttle body, everything is hooked up. Fuel lines are hooked up, coils in place, and much firmer than I expected it to be, mounting it on that. That could end up being a bad thing, we'll see. But yeah, there it is, so we'll carry on. All right, we had some stuff we had to fix. We had a couple of vacuum leaks that made it a little bit squirrely. But here we are.
Good to go.
Let's see how she goes. There we are. Fuel pump's going. Oh! Pirate!
Purr like a kid.
We have the idle set at 750. But it's still warming up, so. Temp's at 148. Oh, there she is. We're gonna go take this thing for a drive. Get us some lunch. Look at that. All right, and hopefully nothing breaks while we take it for a drive. I'll back it up a little bit. All right, so we're all done. It runs extremely well. Both of us were shocked driving it. Like, throttle response is great. It feels like a completely different motor than it was before. It sounds better, like through the exhaust and everything. I have no idea how much power was opened up by putting this in, but it's a noticeable difference on this. I mean, this is a 6.6 liter, so a 400. It should have, but the factory says like 175 horsepower. So between the exhaust and the EFI, who knows? But it drives dramatically better. All right, yeah, so that's it for now. We're kind of done working on this for a while, just because we've done a lot of work to it. We're gonna drive it. And then next couple of weeks, we'll start figuring out getting the yellow letters off and our letters on. So, all right, we'll see you next time.